Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the graduating class, faculty, family, and friends. Ogima, Loyana, leader. Oskwewes, helper, chief. The life of an Indigenous leader is perilous. To survive as a leader for more than a half century is a great feat. To retire as a leader with the respect of an entire community is an extraordinary achievement. Leadership requires a keen understanding of the nature of community, the forces that animate them, and an ability to make sense of the chaos of everyday life and politics. In my tradition, the Gainasagoa, a document more than 800 years old, sets out the qualities that leaders ought to embody. The leaders of the Confederacy shall be mentors of the people for all time. The thickness of their skin shall be 7 spans, which is to say that they shall be proof against anger, offensive actions, and criticism. Their hearts shall be filled with peace and goodwill, and their minds filled with a yearning for the welfare of the people. With endless patience, they shall carry out their duty, and their firmness shall be tempered with a tenderness for their people. Neither anger nor fury shall find lodgment in their minds, and all their words and actions shall be marked by calm deliberation. The Gainasagoa also sets out instructions that leaders are to follow. In all of your deliberations, in all of your efforts at lawmaking, in all of your official acts, self-interest shall be cast into oblivion. Cast not over your shoulder, behind you the warnings of the nephews and nieces should they chide you for any error or wrong that you may do, but return to the way of the Gainasagoa, which is just and right. Look and listen for the welfare of the whole people, and always have in view not only the present, but also the coming generations, even those whose faces are yet beneath the surface of the ground, the unborn of the future nation. Chief Knott exemplifies all of these qualities and has followed these instructions faithfully. Chief Knott started his career as a leader in the Curve Lake First Nation community in 1958 and formally ended it in 2016 at the age of 80. He served his community for an extraordinary 6 decades as a volunteer, a member of council, and as chief, and most importantly, as husband, father, and grandfather. Chief Knott has also been a long-standing friend of Trent, and Chief Knott has been a leader in the half-century effort to create places of dignity and respect for Indigenous people in Canada. His leadership has been based upon the Anishinaabe 7 grandfather teachings: kindness, honesty, strength, bravery, humility, respect, and love. John Burroughs, an Anishinaabe scholar, argues that the foundation of Indigenous law is love. Love for creation, love for community, and love for family. Chief Knott has practiced Indigenous law for his entire career, and the results of his practice are clear. The Curve Lake First Nation is a well-respected, well-loved, and thriving community. In my tradition, we teach that the best chief is not the one who persuades people to his point of view. It is instead the one in whose presence most people find it easiest to arrive at truth. And we have arrived at truth. Mr. Chancellor, I have the great honor of presenting you for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Chief Kurt Knott of the Curve Lake First Nation.
Congratulations, Dr. Knott. It's now my pleasure to invite you to address Convocation.
I'll be back shortly. Honorary, bonjour. Keith Knott, Ndishnik Cos. Curvelick, Divinchipa. But I guess a new title had been bestowed upon me. Dr. Knott. I guess that's the way it goes. Some very inspirational words have already been spoken this morning. We cannot overlook the beautiful day that is being presented to us today. The sun is bright, the skies are blue, and what a better way to acknowledging the students of Trent, the graduates, that they sit out here in the sunshine, enjoy the beautiful sunshine the Creator had provided to us. And looking out over the ones that are here, they look just as beautiful as these flowers you see in front of you. The blooms are blossoming. The smiles on the faces. This is what life is all about. Be in the moment. Let's live for the moment. First, I extend my appreciation and great thanks to Trent University for granting me such an honor in receiving this Doctor of Law degree. But I also like to acknowledge Chancellor Tapscott, President Brokey, I hope I said it right. Close enough, he said, good. Members of the graduating class, oh, you look beautiful. The faculty, what a tremendous job you have done again. The families and friends of the graduates. The family and friends of those who are unable to attend such a beautiful day and such a very, very important event. There are those who need to be mentioned also why I am here. I'd like to acknowledge the Ontario Regional Chief Isidore Day for his support. Miigwech and Dinasa'o. Trent's founding president, Dr. Thomas Simon, who I have been a friend for many, many, many years. Dr. David Newhouse, who I met long before he was part of the faculty here at Trent University. He sat at my council table one night discussing some issues. And I'd also like to recognize Dr. Dan Longboat. They were very also inspirational, working towards this moment. And there are other many names I would like to bring forward, but the list goes on and on. Just to make you aware, I had a hard time writing a speech, as I mostly speak without a script, and it all comes from within. I tried at one point in time to read from a script that was written. I couldn't get past the first line. So I just set it aside and brought it all out from inside. But with this special occasion today, I'm going to try and keep within the boundaries of this script that was developed. And to the class of 2017, I want to again congratulate you. You have been within the four walls of learning institutions most of your lives, and now you are graduating to the largest classroom of all, the universe. Here there will be many inspirational and challenging times, but with perseverance, you will continue to learn and grow. I would just like to give an example of my own learning in this classroom. I only received a grade 8 formal education, but within this universe, I was able to overcome many hurdles, and that allowed me to be who I am by receiving this incredible honor today. Education gives you the foundation to build a brighter future for yourself. I received knowledge by watching, learning, and asking questions. I learned many trades, worked in offices, then eventually I achieved a lifelong dream of leading my community as chief, as a goal I thought of for many years. In that particular paragraph, I would say that never be discouraged. The direction that you want to go isn't within reach as of now. But give yourself the time in order to reach that. As I mentioned earlier, you have the foundation now for that. You can only build from that foundation. We must keep in mind that the road ahead will not always be strong and smooth. There are times that you must take a detour or hit some of them bumps. By keeping the focus on your destination, your goal and the profession that you have chosen, you will return to that smooth road once again. Remember that there are people out there from whom you can ask for help and for inspiration. I have had the privilege to be inspired by a great number of people, such as my family, they're down here, And at this point, I'd like to acknowledge my grandson drove all the way from Ottawa to be here this morning. And also, it's a great pleasure to have my wife here and my daughters here with me here this morning also. Dr. Tom Simons has been a great friend for many years. And there was Mr. William F. Wheaton, who was a mentor to me when I began working for my community. I have come to know that the wisest of all is your family, who know you from the beginning and still love you anyway. They are the inspiration that you can use in times of challenge and times of celebration. On another note, I have been associated with Trent University over 50 years in various ways. I wasn't a student here, but I truly value the overwhelming you can tell I only went to grade 8. Overwhelmingly appreciate that any contribution I've made to the university is acknowledged with an extreme degree. I would suggest, as you go forward, that you keep in mind your surroundings, the ones all around you. Be kind, ask for help when needed. We are blessed to live in a country with such diversity. So much at our fingertips. We are celebrating 150 years of the name of Canada. I celebrate with you this land of time and immemorial, of my ancestors who were here long before the name of Canada, and offer you this. The Creator placed us on earth along with the gift of spirit. The Creator gave us Mother Earth, and that's that we look after her gifts of the fire, water, earth, and the wind. The Creator gave us sacred gifts to guide and help us, which is love, truth, respect, wisdom, humility, honesty, and bravery. The Creator also gave us sovereignty to govern ourselves in a way that it would benefit all of us. In closing, the Creator gave us these gifts and asked that we remember the past, the present, and the future. And graduates, may you all soar like the eagle, be wise, strong, and with a watchful eye. So again, thank you all very much for being here with us today, and thank Trent University for honoring me on such a special title. So again, graduates, may your smiles be wide, your feet move fast, reach for the sky, that's the limit. If you must go beyond that, talk to the Creator. So again, thank you all very much. Miigwech.